Do you feel like an old soul in this world? Perhaps you have heard about the word or the phenomena of Renaissance souls. Today I want to talk about that. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Trix and I make content about spirituality, philosophy and creative arts. Today I want to talk about Renaissance souls. Are you one? Am I one? Who are these people? The other day I heard about the phenomena of Renaissance souls. It's basically people who have many interests and seems to be good in many different areas. They are ambitious and hardworking, and they seem to have it harder to find a life purpose due to all the interests. I have a constant feeling that I have been living before. My soul is not new. Some things feels like they have been done before I even finished them. And some things feel familiar even though it's the first time I'm even trying it. I have too many interests that I realistically have time for. I enjoy many things and I want to do them all, even though I don't have time or possibly can manage them all. It could be a world of endless possibilities, but in combination with my neurodivergence, it becomes harder than it would be otherwise. How to solve it, you might ask. I ask that as well. I have no clear answer more than if you feel this way as well, you're not alone. I think this is much more common, especially in neurodivergent people, than it seems. Try to relax, there is no time limit to find yourself, quote, and what you're meant to do. What I need now is to hit the reset button. I need a new fresh start. I need a reset. So, therefore, I'm filming my reset. The first thing I did was to clean and tidy up my apartment because it was a mess. And I am really a believer in if you have a messy house, then you are have a messy mind. Not you are a messy person, that's obvious, but yeah, I felt very messy and I wanted to do something about it. After that, I did my skincare and hair routine, and I will be honest, it's hard to keep up with these things when you are depressed and stuff. After that, I did some studying, and right now I'm studying several courses on spirituality, metaphysics, but also psychology and stuff. I really felt that I had a reading slump and I have a hard time focusing on my studies, so it was hard to come back to studying after a burnout that I had. Then it was suddenly evening. The next day I continued my healing and my reset. I did some chai and I wrote a lot of journaling and also a lot on my book project, my fantasy novel um, I'm writing on right now. Here I doing evening pages because I need to be the contrary autistic person that change the morning pages to evening pages instead. Here I just allowing myself to exist. Right now I'm reading The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, and while this book is very good and it deserves all the praise it has gotten, I can't help but realize that it is for neurotypical people by, I assume, a neurotypical person. So I have to tweak and adjust it for my life, for my experiences. Because sometimes we need to remember that books can give advice, and all sorts of people can give you advice, but in the end you are a person that is unique, and you need to take that advice and make it work for you. So instead of morning pages, I might do evening pages, because I can't realistically make time for morning pages in the morning if I not even are well enough to stand up. You know what I mean? So while I love this book, I also remember while reading it that I am a neurodivergent person. It's so very clear when I read these kinds of book that I'm not the average. And now back to the Renaissance souls. I discovered this phenomena, a person on YouTube um, saying that this was a thing, that people can be interested in many different things and have it harder to find a life purpose due to all the interests. It just get too many, and that really resonated with me because I felt so seen, that it is something people can struggle with, that it's not just me. Because one day I'm very into languages and language learning. I want to learn everything about my mother's country, India, and some days I just want to be spiritual and do spiritual stuff and nothing else. And someday I'm interested in botany and herbalism, and some days I'm more artistic and I want to do art art stuff and so on. And the list goes on and on and on. And in the middle of all of that, I'm suddenly interested in gaming and playing on my Switch and world building um, and all of that stuff, role playing and Dungeons and Dragons and all those geeky stuff. It seems like and not to forget about video making and YouTube and writing and photography and coding. I have too many interests and it's getting exhausting, and I needed a reset. Not for YouTube, because I know my niche, kind of, but for my own well-being, for my own life, offline as well. Are you a Renaissance soul? Let me know in the comment section below. It would be interesting to read your comments.